Red, tell me what happened last time.
Yes, it began with a visit from Ed, who was here to check in and see how we were doing, as well as, well, hopefully going to help Amalia with her training, as he had promised Oriana at the party, at the very least, when she said yes to his offer. Uh, I had a bit of a sit down, chatting mostly about his experience with meeting Alaric. Apparently, he originally came here to help train some new magic users that were due to the rift. The fact that time lords are terrifying beings who a lot of people usually try to kill because they cause so many problems in the long run, and their global mobilization to kill fish people, apparently, as Oriana was made aware by Alaric, the fact that they're causing problems that, well, they cannot ignore for long, essentially, and how terrifying that whole thing is. Slash Ruby, essentially. And a bit more about Alaric's past. The fact that it is, as well, it's easy to understand, a bit of all-around tragedy. Apparently, that there's been only 50 Time Lords, I think, ever recorded so far. There might be more, but the multiverse is pretty big, so they're dealing with a lot. And so far, Alaric has been the only one who has it turned out to be completely, morally bankrupt, crazy, psychotic, or sadistic. So, take it when you can, I guess. And of course, questions turned out when it led to asking about Alaric's own personal history, his connections, his friends, family, romantic partners, and all that, as he, well, casually mentioned about meeting his girlfriend, Alaric's girlfriend. Though the questions started coming up as he couldn't really recall her face or why he was so blasé about it, as he tried to explain the memory itself. Uh, Oriana offered, seeing his struggle, to use her abilities to try to check in, see if we can figure out, because he realized someone had fucked with his mind, and he allowed her to, with his permission, as she took a deep dive in, walking into the memory, as seeing Ed going to ask Alaric a question to say hello, come upon a scene of Alaric looking shocked and surprised, a woman looking not too happy and upset, and being taken out after that. Unbeknownst to Oriana, what's going on outside, the family had felt like an earthquake. Everything went dark, and confusion and concern all around. As Oriana popped back out and explained what was happening, and confused about what the hell she missed, as Emilio stepped out. And there we were greeted by our host, Dracula, who was here to intervene. Apparently, Oriana's meddling, and she did hear a voice, who also spoke up, seeing that she was very curious looking inside. Means that, now the family has no other really option but to stay here a while. No one must know that he's around and will cause too many problems and probably would ruin his experiment all around. And, he's going to be polite. He's going to make this as nice as he can, but this is what he has. 2 years, 5 years, a certain amount of years have to be here. And while we are here, he'll send duplicates to make sure no one asks too many questions. And he'd rather make this a pleasant stay, as there were questions all around and concerns, but he tried to assure us as best as he can. He even offered to help, training with our own abilities as well as Amalia's, who seemed to be having fun poking around his mind, and it seemed with Oriana's abilities you can pop in to see that he seemed more amused, nostalgia almost about it. Yeah. And he even offered Ed a chance to deal with his, as he mentioned to us, this mother of monsters, Tammy, Tiamat, and all that. There's a library that he has that might be of more use for him in this regard, as Ed zipped off to immediately start reading that. Uh, and of course, he revealed his own connections with the Magic Tower, being the Black Dragon and the original one who started the whole thing to hopefully, spread out and help the multiverse and, train those in the magical pursuits. But he'd rather not let Ed know because things will be a little bit more awkward. As well as a bit more information about Alaric and his girlfriend, as Ed had told us, the tragedy of it all, as well as the destruction of their town, the fish people, and how it all went badly for everyone involved. And things might be a bit in the works here, but with time, it'll all work out, as he seemed to be here to try to make sure that the Time Lord doesn't slip into whichever all of them do, which is the madness that comes from being what they are. And he was hoping no one would get in the way of that, or at the very least wouldn't ruin the experiment, as, he offhanded conversation about jealousy and, of course, the girlfriend not, it's been a long enough time. I think it's about now, basically. Well, outside of that, and has offered to help, I believe Oriana also asked him about assistance dealing with the voice. This being that she made the deal with so long ago that, well, she doesn't know what the hell they wanted or what they got, but she explained what had happened, and Dracula seemed to be very unhappy about that. As he revealed, he knows this figure, Kipo and such, a being who wishes to create more Time Lords that will ultimately fail, but it's a problem, and he will handle it, essentially. A bit of, well, resting some anxieties that Oriana had, as well as bringing in Catalina, who was surprised and shocked, as Oriana did apologize for sweeping her off out of there, but, rather think she would be better off here with us than with our possible clones, and that may, hopefully that works out. And of course, as well as Dracula's offer to help Emilio and Ramir. They have a chance to gain more abilities similar to Oriana has. He has a more controlled and less violent way, unlike what Oriana went through. And if they're fine with that, he'd be willing to help and train, as we have nothing but time for now. And of course, his warning about if you ever have a chance to get immortality, if it's not vampirism, say no. Everything else is awful and probably is a scam, more than likely. And everything else also is probably being used to enslave you. But outside of those warnings, hopefully we'll be having a grand time all around. As I think that's where it ended last.
Yeah, and you'll have more or less 2 years to spend as he will open his large, well, research labs, armories. You're not really sure what to call it, but he does have everything one could need. He is. Yeah, I would have informed you that he can alter your genes to the point where he can grant you superpowers and even enhance sort of what Oriana already has. As will, well, all be classified then as, well, metahumans. Something a bit more than normal. Given by the fact that you all picked different things, you all accept his deal.
Yes.
No, Grunt, I don't. My invisible power is just because I understand what for Shan.
Now we need to remake the character, Grunt.
I epically trolled you, Grunt. I epically trolled you, Grunt.
Yeah. Start from the top as an Emilio. Well, you'll see that in this armory there are powerful artifacts that holds labeled appropriately. There is a section of the armory called the Angelic Armory. Well, if you ask him about that, he will inform you that those are weapons that are crafted by all manner of beings, and these ones specifically are of angel craft, far beyond what, well, normal human comprehension that you have at the moment can understand. They're very powerful artifacts and dangerous in their own right.
Surprised him, he'll say. Well, I suppose in the vastness of the multiverse, there had to be actual angels somewhere. I just came to doubt it after what had happened.
Nod, I'll say, well, they are, but to me, they are merely another form of alien life.
He'll nod at that. Imagine they're very little like what I would imagine.
Surprised. But I feel that your understanding of them, rather the way that they would match your expectations, would be quite shallow in nature.
Most likely, you're right. So yeah, listen, Amelia will look back at it and he'll actually ask, what does it take to wield one? Is it just a hammer with special qualities, or is there anything special to its nature?
Does take practice, dedication, wield one. Like any weapon. Practice with it, otherwise you might end up hurting yourself.
May I practice with it, Dracula?
I'll nod. Have my permission and I will arrange a room.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can definitely practice, and it is definitely a mighty weapon. As the moment you like pick it up and start practicing with it, feel like it's heavy weight and, well, rather interesting set of abilities. It is able to emit large amounts of radiant energy that can, well, incinerate things. Definitely not just an ordinary weapon. Used with, I'm not really sure, magic technology matters not to you. But it does remind you of certain biblical tales. As the weapon, with time, you will be able to master its full potential. As, well, it is bound to you. It does give you a couple of extra things. While you're able to wield it, it's gonna be hard for someone to disarm you of this. And, well, luckily for you, it also is quite compact, as it can like shrink itself, so you can fit it inside your pocket. While still like heavy, it is definitely not much more easier to carry around and manage.
All right.
As you'll all go through the body alterations, and, well, luckily, as Dracula seems to know what he's doing, it will be quite short process and quite painless. Although adjusting to these new abilities will require some time. The ability to, for you, Emilio, to feel your body being able to be pushed beyond normal human abilities. Less strange than the fact that the mind control abilities, it takes a while for you to like not just do it unconsciously, be able to restrain, but you are able to influence people now. They're more pliable, more agreeable. as, well, it's a very subtle thing that only probably other people with similar abilities can even pick it out. Oriana, for you though, holy shit.
Mm.
Well, you are used to the sort of rough around the edges mind powers. Dracula will assist you in honing those beyond previous capabilities, as you are now able to not only just read thoughts and make people obey you, but you're able to properly move things around, use your telekinetic abilities, but also create like full-fledged mental illusions. It does tire you quite. Your endure is not as good as your act.
Yes.
Now, may I suggest? Listen, I know. Before you used to roll with focus and cool, but these ones roll with detect and endure.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they
Jeez.
do. So I'm not sure if that changes some of your attribute allocation. So basically, if you read mind powers for like complex tasks that sort of drain your that like demand a lot out of you, you'll have to roll focus and endure to be able to like push through. And telepathy will require detect. Those will be your main things you need to roll. Although now you get free rerolls on basically all of these things. So if I may suggest, put 1 point in detect and 1 point in endure.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
But yeah, but then comes the fucking weirdest shit. Being able to manipulate density of your body. That's a doozy. For the first week or so, you will just keep falling through the floor. Dracula will have to carefully monitor you so you don't just actually fall out of the castle completely and die in space.
That would be a little awkward, yes.
As eventually you'll be able to like more carefully control it, and you understand why it will take for all of you roughly 2 years to gain, like 2 years of constant training with these powers, coupled with the previous training you've had with Crimson, will allow you to sort of get a handle on these abilities, like properly use them under pressure, and sort of Dracula will mentor you personally, all of you, in controlling all of these abilities. And well, there is foresight, which to do like that, he would say that you're certain about this.
Well, at the very least, look at the list of possibilities here. I don't know if I can do anything else with the rest of them. Is it like a grunt? Is it like a UI I'm looking at right now? I have a list of all the
There's
all the
in
feats I
fact
can-
a list of all the things. Yes, a long catalog. There's
Yeah, menu. I don't know about flying. I feel like I wouldn't be much use for me, and enemy manipulation.
oh, it's quite alright. I will warn you. Be careful. Knowing the future sometimes dangerous going in. And unlike Time Lords, this ability will exhaust you severely.
I understand. Hopefully, it can be helpful for what's to come. Thank you.
Nods and Sully mentioned that foresight is a rare thing. Be extremely careful who you tell this information to. I will keep this secret from everyone else. Your decision to tell them.
She nods. I will.
This ability comes from quite an extensive research into Time Lords that I personally conducted.
Have you? Well, I know Ed told us there's only been a quarter of 50 that they're aware of, but have they all been the same?
What do you mean by that?
He says they don't really, well, they don't really get much of a happy life, and most of it's just full of pain and suffering. And usually they're not really good people, or anything else outside of just power and whatever else they do, I guess.
Not. How they end up like that is of little importance now. The ones I
That's
know
why you-
of are monsters, even to one such as myself.
And that's why you're doing this whole thing, right? To help him, Alarg?
Nods. May be the still a ongoing experiment. This is looking like a promising one.
She just
One Time
nods.
Lord can rise in power without becoming a monster. There yet may be hope.
Sound like a, this might be silly, sound like a hopeful guy, actually, Dracula. Though your demeanor doesn't contrasts with it, but you're always with both your eyes open, trying to see if you get a better outcome.
This is
Right.
what a scientist should always strive for.
Okay. Being positive. This girlfriend, this girlfriend of his, or who is she? Like, really? I know you said that she's been through a lot of stuff, but I don't know. Is she a good person? Does she? I presume she loves him or cares about him, right?
She was one of the people who first made contact. To my knowledge, one of the few survivors of that rather dreadful incident. By the time I reached out to her, she was already quite hurt. I decided to give her the tools she needed to become stronger.
And she's been just waiting to meet Lark again this entire time. She need to just go back to him immediately.
What would be the point? He didn't approach her because he saw her as weak, defenseless. He needs to see her as strong. He needs to see her as an equal. It is quite hard to match and keep up, Time Lord. Something you can achieve in a few years. Even for someone so young as Alark.
Is this really okay though? Is it really? It could go wrong pretty badly. It sounds like both of them have gone through horrific stuff, and well, you have a woman who presumably has lived her whole life only wanting to catch up to him, and now are they really okay? Like,
It will be. At least, that's my hope. Trauma
if it-
brings people together.
do you think they'll be able to heal like that though? Trauma is one thing, but you gotta make sure it doesn't become chains that pull you down too.
Why would you think that? Call them chains. I call them bonds.
I can only talk about my own experiences. In Mexico, no one really escapes anything that goes down there. Some people, my neighbor, really great guy, took care of us when our parents died. I don't think I ever remember a time when he wasn't drinking. And my brother, Emilio, he fell into God because, well, I think it was easier and safer. Me, I felt cold after my mom and my dad. If one people can say it can make you stronger if you can just keep moving forward, but the echoes of that stuff the consequences can keep going even afterwards. I made choices because I thought it would be best for my family, because I thought I wanted to protect them, because I didn't ever want to see them put in a position like our parents were. But in doing so, I caused a lot of harm to not
But
just myself, but
if
to
you
them
saw
too.
them as being able to stand beside you, have pushed them away.
The thing is, my family was always strong enough to stand beside me. It's just, I couldn't see that because of my own problems. My brothers always protected me. My sister, they're actually far stronger than I am. They can handle a lot more than I could have.
Is your point?
But my point is, trauma can lead you to not see so many flaws that you have in yourself. It can make you believe so many things that are wrong. It can cause you so much suffering if you just, I don't know, open up to other people, talk to them, trust them. I'm not saying that she doesn't care about him. I'm not saying he doesn't care about her. But putting two people who've gone through something horrific into a bubble by themselves just means it keeps looping back to you. It means you get stuck in your own head.
Gonna stay like
You
that
can-
forever. But I think after, well, for Earth, almost 3 decades. For them, probably more. Jump. They need time to themselves.
And are you sure that she'll be willing to let him go?
I
To
don't want
not
her
say-
to let him go.
I'm not saying let him go in that sense. I'm saying she may want to grip tighter, make sure he never leaves her sight. It can make it so she just loses who she is when she wants to make sure he stays forever.
she loses herself, then he'll be there to keep her afloat. He loses himself, he'll be there to keep. That is not the outcome, and supposedly they drag each other down as you claim. Well, then I will call this another failed experiment. Suppose move on.
You know, bonds aren't just between two people. They can be between a family, a community. When you build a foundation of a house, you don't just use one material.
It's true. But you also need to learn how to walk before you start running. You cannot maintain a single bond, then it is absurd to imagine you can maintain a family. Your trauma, while not meaning to dismiss it, pales in comparison what other people have had to go.
I know. But just keep an eye on them, I guess.
I am.
Well,
She would have,
let's get this.
have killed Ed. He is not what you would call stable. Don't think Alaric needs stable. I think Alaric needs someone dedicated. Someone who's him. Somebody who's gonna make sure that he ever sidesteps checks and balances.
And like you said, if it fails, you'll just wash your hands and go on to the next thing.
Say it like I have much choice.
You do, it seems. You're the man who started this whole wheel, and it's not necessarily out
Should
of
I
your
have
control
let
just yet.
her Die to the Should I have let her be raped? Should I have
I'm
tossed
saying
her
what-
aside when she was all alone?
No, I'm saying here and now, as it goes on, before the experiment ever fails, you do have choices here. It's not just
Jar?
you leaving them. When they have doubt or fears, you can talk to them. I presume they're just not locked in a room by themselves, right? They're just together. They can talk to other people. When things get
Stares at
overwhelming.
you.
Dracula out of the room, just locked by themselves, right?
He doesn't say anything. Stares at you.
Dracula. Okay. Example-wise, when it was just me and my siblings, sometimes we can get on each other's nerves. Sometimes it gets a little bit overwhelming. Sometimes you need a moment to take a step back and to breathe from each other and come back again. Not because you hate them or dislike them. It just sometimes you need to be on your own for a little bit.
Can be easily done here. It's a big place.
And sometimes when they have trouble understanding each other and can't figure out, an outside perspective or a friend to lean on and talk to is good too, to give you a perspective about things, because it's easy to get lost in your own head.
It's a very pleasant thought. What do you do when you don't have friends? Don't have people. Trust everything you have inside you. So you keep talking about this, not understanding depths of their loneliness.
It has to do with the fact that I thought you were a part of their lives, or at least her life.
Yeah.
You've trained her, cared for her. You've been the only person she's engaged with for a long time, right?
You don't see me leaving? She needs my help. my counsel. I am one teleportation spell away.
Good. And maybe giving them some room to know that that person will come back to them is also good as well.
That is for her to decide. I don't such petty nonsense.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, so I apologize. Uh, how long have you have another conversation with another person, or I don't know, socializing with other people, talking to people? Have you made your own bonds as well?
No. Which is why I understand what they've been going through.
I will be frank with you, Dracula. I think it would be healthy to try to make bonds of your own. If the only voice you have in your head is yours, it could be easy to forget and see flaws that would have been easy to help with another person. No one person should be by themselves.
Maybe.
It can drive you mad.
But fortunately, don't get to run the S in a perfect environment. You have to deal with interfering factors. You have to deal with things outside your control. I
Yeah.
believe the only thing that can control a Time Lord is someone that is utterly dedicated. Can't be someone who takes their hand and walks them down a park and talks about pleasant things. They have to be someone who are ready to kill, who are ready to genocide entire species. Alaric doesn't need more soft, kind-hearted people. Plenty of those around. Needs ruthless killers that are able to do things you never have to do. Because if the moment the Time Lord becomes a ruthless killer, that's the moment where timelines get erased.
Maybe you're right. You're certainly a hell of a lot older than I am and seen a lot more than I have. I have some doubts that it just needs to be a ruthless killer. Sometimes I think people just need to remember that they're human too. Someone to keep you from the edge. But maybe that is a naive concept.
He'll just kind of like look at it and say, "You are so willing to put yourself out there, do something about it."
Do something about what exactly?
Talk with them. She's on the ship. She's on the station.
Wait, Alaric and his girlfriend are here? Is that okay?
You know, she was contemplating killing you.
I kind of figured that out a bit after you did the whole ruthless killer bit and the jealousy thing you mentioned.
Do you think this is the path? Who am I to stop you?
At the very least, you're right. I gotta be able to put my money where my mouth is and all that.
If she does
Okay.
try to kill you, though, I will only save you once, and then you'll never interact with them again.
Very well. Thanks for letting me be a part of the experiment, I guess.
Thus, unfortunately, I believe your daughter is a very nosy individual.
She is, isn't she? She's adorably nosy.
You will see like it's a fucking fraction of a second. He'll smile before turning back and like. Indeed, as he like walks away, clearly trying to like hide himself.
He needs to find the ice cream, go into the cold shower.
Unfortunately, I'll say this for everyone. Everyone, you'll listen because we can only hide it for so long if you pay attention. He does clearly have fun, like teaching Amalia things.
Y'all.
Unfortunately, he
has
is.
to-
He does remind him of the good old days when his daughters were playing around with.
Wonder if I can keep them eternally young. It's like no,
No. Get the fuck away with that idea. No. He
Tried
fucking
that once.
genocides fucking
Didn't
people
work.
who give birth to Dan peers and then like fucking them young. No, get the fuck away, weirdo.
It's not the its
Get
principle.
that anime shit out of here. No fucking 10,000-year-old fucking girls. Get the fuck away.
Many anime timelines have been genocided by Dracula.
At this news.
Many anime timelines were exterminated by Dracula.
Fucking the Time Lords all shake hands when they snap their fingers and like keep deleting these timelines. Maybe there are some things the entire multiverse can come around to like killing.
Listen, the multiverse.
Everyone's come together. Everyone has come together on the rules. There's no. We don't. We carefully observe Time Lords, and if we find pedophilic tendencies, kill them. Kill them immediately. Find a way.
Multiverse UN very rarely, but they do sometimes meet.
Fuck, do I keep hearing this like tiny ball being dropped? My dog fucking. I don't know how the fuck she got one of these.
What's it?
It's like a Christmas decoration that's like on one of the kitchen counters. I don't. She just
Have you
kept dropping
considered-
out and on the floor. I'm like,
She found it.
Yeah, she found it. Have you considered a very easy solution? Theft.
she was clearly smart enough to steal it from the counter, but like dumb enough to like hide it. Now she's like looking at me, upset. Well, sucks to be.
Father, I've lost my toy.
God, if she swallowed this and then like, oh my god.
No, yeah.
But yeah. Listen, Oriana, I'm gonna enter the battle royale. Be my fucking guest.
Listen. Oriana said her word. She's not gonna back down now. Dracula's hanging out with Amalia, so
Are you-
hopefully she's not gonna be in anything.
You gonna inform your family of this?
Yeah, just in case. She's gonna let them know.
Oh, let's how that discussion goes.
So, I've spoken with Dracula and I'm helping him out with the situation. It's gonna sound bad no matter how I split it out, so I'll make it frank. Alaric's here with his girlfriend, and I'm gonna go chat with them just to make sure they're okay mentally.
Excuse me.
You sure you should do this alone?
Well, he said he would save me and she has to kill him. I don't know if anyone else is gonna be involved with that. If I can ask. But I am very concerned about their mental state, and I'll check with Dracula because I think I might need backup just in case it goes horribly wrong. But I'm gonna try to be positive about this.
I think it's a good thing to try to reach out to them.
And Dracula gives you assurances. Fair enough, I suppose.
Yeah, well, he's running his experiment, where he thinks their trauma will be a good thing to bond over, but I don't think that's healthy. So
Nope,
he
it
says
isn't.
he'll.
No,
Trauma can connect people, but it can also create unhealthy coping mechanisms. And eventually those coping mechanisms come to a head, and it doesn't end well for people.
Yeah. So I'll ask Dracula if any one of you guys want to come with me while I have this chat, and we'll see how it goes. You cool?
I think that's a minefield. I think he was out of the three of us, he was the closest to you personally.
Hmm.
On the other hand, his girlfriend probably doesn't like you, but
I wouldn't mind going.
Okay. I'll ask the big guy in charge, and then we'll go and talk to I need to ask her name as well, and go and chat with them and see how things are going.
All right.
So you'll find Dracula in his chamber as Molly is kind of like staring at him, and staring back at her, clearly having some sort of mental conversation. He'll kind of like look up at you all.
So I wanted to go and have that chat with Alark, and well, I need to know her name. I think that'd be a little rude just to call her Alark's girlfriend this entire time.
You may call her Kali.
Kali. And then was Amelia wanted to come with, if that's all right with you.
He looks at you and says, "You have one attempt. Tries to kill you once. I will shut this down."
It's understandable.
He's like clearly still having the mental conversation. Like he'll just kind of like sigh, and as he like raises his hand, you see like Amalia start like floating around. Tumbleweeds in the air.
It's nice to see that Malia studies are coming along nicely.
Studies. Messing around here.
It's enrichment. Children need to have fun while they learn.
It just kind of keeps floating upward.
okay,
Sorry, go ahead.
yeah. Listen, I don't think you can. School is, I don't know about your work, but school it us only starts at like 7.
Is devious. Be prepared.
Well, at the very least, I'm reading a lot of baby books and trying to get some understanding from those who have their own abilities. Amalia is a very special case, so.
He'll nod, say, "You have your task ahead of you."
He nods.
That we do.
I will put her personality though visible. Probably not surprise anyone.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Makes much, yeah.
You'll find as the castle will sort of rearrange itself, and a path of light guiding you. Will be by this large set of doors. You'll be able to like there's a like large fucking knock, like trying to like lift up and like knock on the door as it like fucking booms and echoes. As you know, everything about this castle is made with a certain aesthetic in mind.
You got Gothic. Yeah, gotcha.
Certain aesthetic.
As yeah. On the other side, well, Ali, you hear someone's ringing at the door. So only Dracula.
Yeah, she's gonna assume it's Dracula. I'm not sure if
listen,
Alark.
Alaric's sleeping right now. Blissfully unaware.
Yeah, she's gonna get up and make sure it doesn't wake him as she goes to the door with a bit of a smile on her face. Oh, you're here a little bit. God, I don't think you can tell time here. Actually, never mind. Something wrong, Dracula? Who the fuck are you? Oh no, she knows who the fuck these guys are.
True though. But I would say for the Reyes family though, I don't think they've ever seen Kali, so we'll see this young woman, very distinctive appearance. Kind of like stare at you back.
What are you doing here? How are you here?
Amelia will say. Told about some other guests in the castle, and one of them's an old friend, one of them's a person, well, you're a person we don't know, but wanted to talk, visit.
He told you he would never let you get this far without his permission then? Alright, I just smiled a little bit awkwardly. Just wanted to check in. My brother's right, we just wanted to have a friendly chat. Fine, Kali says. What chat do you want to have? How can I help you?
So Amelia will say, well, I'd like to actually get to know you. I've been told a bit, but well, that isn't actually a place getting to know someone.
She kind of gives him a suspicious look, with her she kind of nods slowly. Okay. I think I know enough about you, so I guess it's only fair. What are your questions? I'm sure I can give you a good picture.
Do you mind if we come in?
If you don't cause too much trouble, it's only polite, so she kind of takes a step back and lets them both in.
My God, already too reasonable. I've been so much more.
Oh my god! I'm getting
You
yelled
want
from
to
Peanut Gallery.
Now, Grunt, listen, it's not too late. We can rewind, and you can take over the character.
Listen, Red, you're too soft on. What the fuck? Letting them in
You
the
wanted-
room with Alaric? No, fuck off. No.
If you want to take over, you can take over, Grunt. I think we can do that instead of you yelling in the background about how it should be.
You're too
Rewind
soft.
time.
Instead of you being George Lucas in the background.
I think it's hey guys, I think it's rewind time.
I think I'm gonna
Yeah, go ahead,
remove the
Grunt.
player character tag from this character on Kanka. Get the fuck out.
I only had it for 2 seconds before it was taken from me, like a tease.
Lost your privilege.
Lost my privileges
The
immediately.
government has nationalized this product.
Brian, state-owned NBC.
She's gonna like glance back at Alaric, steps outside. Says, "You can talk out here though. He's sleeping. I want to wake him up."
Of course.
So, well, we don't really know much about you outside your name, and you and Lark seem to go way back.
Yes, can say that. I say we go quite the ways back.
Okay. And well, at the very least, Dracula told us that you were been training this entire time, trying to well, get strong and all that stuff. I know it's been a long time since you last saw him. It must be exciting.
She eyes you very suspiciously, but like nods.
Well, at the very least, I hope you guys are having a good time. I know it must be. Well, I don't really know how you would feel actually.
No, you wouldn't.
So at the very least, I wanted to ask if you guys are good, or if there's anything we could, well, anything that you need help with at the very least.
Perfect.
How has been a lot in taking? Must have been a large revelation to him as well.
Was, but oh, we're catching up. Making up for a bit of lost time, you could say.
I'm glad to hear that. Lark didn't talk a lot about his past, but never sounded. Well, never sounded. It always sounded like he still carried a lot of pain. That he'd like to, that never let anyone get close enough to actually help him with.
Was always trying to take too much burden. Why I'm here now. Make sure he doesn't do that anymore.
Oh, that's good. And my brother's right. He doesn't talk about anything really. He seems to be filled with regrets. That's good that you're there. Hopefully you guys can help each other. It's scary going at it alone.
Well, we're not alone anymore, are we?
I guess that makes you part of our weird, weird family here. I guess.
Oh, give me the dex roll. Only a basic difficulty though.
Both of us.
Yeah. We'll see
Gotcha.
a reaction.
Yeah, I'll give one,
Holy
I
shit,
guess.
Oriana, it looks like she wants to like tear off your fucking head off your shoulders. Saying that.
She just kind of smiles more because she's not going to show that she's freaking out. You don't let a shark know that it can smell blood or something like that.
Listen, Amelia will say. Yeah, Amelia will say. I'm glad that there'll be another person to help him. If I could ask, has there been anyone besides Dracula for you to speak to?
Why is that important?
So Amelia will say. Amelia will say, you're... Be honest, from what I've heard, you've also gone through a lot, and you're so important to Lark, and Lark's a friend of mine.
It's like a pity party. Is this what you're trying to do right now? Come in here, you like trying like be nice. I don't need your fucking
No.
pity.
I'm not trying to give you our pity. That's the last thing. Alaric's our friend, and you seem to be. I assume you're going to be a part of his life and everything like that. At the very least, we want to make sure we can get along.
Then just simply know when to fucking back off and we'll be fine.
Yeah. It's in the middle on this. Amelia will say. Yeah, Amelia will actually say. I can understand if we're too. If you feel we place too much pressure, we can return on your schedule. Your schedule. Thing I'll say is that no, I don't pity you. I don't pity Alaric either. But at the end of the day, I want to see people. I've been told that there's a lot of people out there that they get hurt and that scar stays forever. I do want to see people happy. I want to see them be more than just scarred over people.
I'm with him, he'll be much happier, I assure you. She'll kind of glance towards Yoriana as you like feel something at the edge of your mind creeping in as you feel her talking to you telepathically. She'll say, try to be, and this is like only for you in your head, Oriana. Says she communicates, she says, you try to be too friendly with him. Fucking got you like a fish. Think I haven't noticed you getting closer and closer to him?
Yeah, she'll respond back. Says, I'm gonna be honest. Once I see where his heart's at, I wasn't gonna plan to do anything else. I promise you. I didn't even know you existed, and if I did, I would have understood where we stood.
Good.
I don't want to. I just want him to be happy. Honestly, for both of you to be happy.
Yeah, speech roll only an extreme difficult.
Do you have a spotlight here? Do you have a spotlight here?
I do. I don't always.
Do you spend the spotlight, Red? Listen, this is the momentous. Okay, do you spend the spotlight?
This is the golden path. You need to get back on the golden path, please.
Listen,
please.
I'm gonna give Red time to think through that while I ask. So, Dracula, what is the solution to her threatening and maybe possibly killing his female friends?
This is what I'm saying, Grant. The golden path is in fact.
We'll only have male friends. I don't see the problem.
What about fate?
Acceptable compromise.
Will he appreciate that?
An acceptable compromise. He will now. Fine.
I have +1 and adrenaline. Should I? I think I should spin it here.
Spotlight, please, for God, Red, spotlight.
I might need this for something in the future.
No.
Max,
Red, Red, listen. All I will state is, I won't make this emotional argument like Max. But I will say, I cannot conceive of a pivotal role right now. If Kali fucks up the integration back into normal society on the first step before the doors even open, then it is just over.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'll use my spotlight. God damn, I love that. My spotlight.
Thank you, Red.
How about you go back, you rewrite your catchphrase to be not like 5 million words long.
I thought that's what a catchphrase was. Everyone's making 2-word sentences. This is news to me.
No, I tried to be like you, Red, initially, but then Grant and Zaz told me, no, Mac, you're it's just a skill issue.
I was not aware. I had to be a catchphrase, something that had meaning in words based on what I was told in the book. I guess I will update my catchphrase to get to farm those XP adrenaline
The thing
points.
is, in the book, it's supposed to be feeling more generous with adrenaline. So the catchphrase is not supposed to be like that all-encompassing, and because in Grunt, that's the only way to get adrenaline. You gotta min-max it.
Yeah, I'll put "I'm sorry" as my catchphrase. There you go.
No, I've scientifically proved. I've cracked the code. No, I do in fact need to just say it literally every scene.
Now, listen, you can't find the dude because Grunt did put a gun to me once. Anyway, but he's back.
What is the decision?
I'm using a spotlight. I need to change my catchphrase.
Okay. Did they talk about like min-maxing the adrenaline game?
Apparently, I've been
Because
doing
she
it
was
wrong.
so worried about not having another spotlight, so I told her, well, cut down that catchphrase, make it a little more snappy.
Listen, as long as you don't like listen, if you start being like Mac where you like spam it 3 times a fucking conversation, that'll be. But as long as it's like emphasized, yes, you can use it
Basically,
several times per session.
have restraint. Have restraint. Once a scene. Once a scene. Have some restraint.
But yes, it is something meant to like for you to like. It's like something it's like a verbal tick, right? That you like. For example, for me personally, like how many times do you hear me saying listen, right? Like it's something that's like you associate with certain things and certain people. At least that's how I view catchphrases.
I'll make it 2 words. I'll forget a phrase. But yes, I'm using my spotlight.
Remind me, what exactly were you like saying to her? That you want to both to happy, right? Basically, right?
Yeah, she's not. If she knew about Kali in the beginning, she wouldn't have let her feelings grow to such a length, and she's not here to get in the way of that. And she just wants them both to be okay and happy.
You're slightly mellow out a bit. Apology accepted. Sorry if I coming off as a bit aggressive. It's not been easy for anyone.
I can only imagine. Dracula alluded that it's been a very, very long time, and you've been waiting this entire time too. Like I said, we're not here to get in the way of you, get in the way of your relationship at the very least. We just want to accept you into the fold. If you're important to Alark, that means you're important to us. Right where I come from, community is a big deal.
Don't nod. Post that again. Maybe every now and then hang out together.
That would be nice.
Although he is still grasping with the idea that we are in space.
That will understandably take some time. I'm still hard to think of a castle.
Is that said out loud or is that said like?
No, this is out loud. This is out loud now.
All right. Similarly, will say, a man with mastery over time struggles with the concept of space.
No, but the fact that we are on a space station, that is quite big, quite advanced. Says. Well. I'll remind you, this is right. This is not like 2 years in. This is like maybe a few months in.
I can only imagine.
Listen, not a character. Once you find out your body's been ripped apart and cybernized, it's like, by dimensional AI. It's like, I don't know. This guy just seems normal.
I can only wrap my head about it if I think of it like just a cool castle. I don't think I've seen a window, so it helps at the very least for me.
He nods.
And you've been living here this entire time? It must have been strange getting used to being in the castle. Or flying spaceship castle.
I've been going to Earth for business every now and then.
Oh, have you had any chances to do anything fun while any of your visits?
Usually involved training and missions, so suppose
Oh.
not.
Well, do you have any hobbies, things you enjoy and like to do?
I used to like singing.
Ah,
Such a long time ago.
well, if you're up for a session, I'd love to hear it.
Was maybe
From what I gather from Dracula, you guys are just basically on a little bit of a impromptu honeymoon thing going on, right? So you have time to just relax and have fun, hopefully.
Joel nod.
Samila will say, I'm sure once Salah gets over some of the shock, he'd love to indulge old hobbies again.
So she'll nod at that. Goes. Excuse me, we'll see each other later.
Ah, of course.
And talk to you later. Kali, hope you have a wonderful day.
I'll open the door and like step back into the close it after her. Brett,
Oh.
I also give you permission to give my feet.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I was planning to have her do something worse, but it's okay. Honestly, this might be better.
Oh my god, Red, you were thinking of rolling speed fucking beasts on extreme difficulty?
No, I was talking for Kali. I was planning for Kali to do something worse. It's fine. It's fine.
No, Red, when you were talking about like, maybe I shouldn't spend the spotlight, you have a 4 dice pool!
Then I believed. I'm a gambler.
Oh, I'm gonna kill you.
I don't look at the numbers. I believe in the heart of the cards, motherfucker.
I'm gonna crack your fucking skull.
The heart of the dice. I believe.
I'm treating you like Flavia from now on, Red. I'm treating you like Flavia. I'm having your character sheet open.
Listen, I was gonna say, the reason why Kali is not gonna like just fucking mind wipe them, they're like clearly here with Dracula's permission. He's just gonna like let them in again.
It is more like she was gonna see, going to like, this is how far this relationship or feelings that she had for Alark goes, and if I should freak the fuck out about it or not, basically.
Well,
I changed my catchphrase.
That's
Mhm.
why she used spotlight. Fortunately,
I changed my catchphrase.
being an NPC now, being a boss enemy, does constrain you to certain weaknesses. All vulnerable to spotlights.
I've changed my catchphrase to trust me now, so this is gonna, or just trust me is the catchphrase. So that's, I'm gonna farm that adrenaline apparently.
The Kali PC is a private-public partnership.
Taken in by the takeover of the company.
You've been given a miracle loan by the government, but they have in fact taken 40% control over the over the cash.
My stock's taken from me.
We have reorganized it also.
Yeah, listen, the two of you are making your way back. Presumably, listen, some progress has been made, clearly. It went from wanting to kill you to at least entertaining a discussion. You hear like this very slow clapping echoing from across the hallway. You see someone you've never seen here before. Kind of like smiling at the two of you.
Hello? Didn't realize there were other guests here.
Well, I didn't want to impose, but well, I did happen to overhear that conversation, and I thought she was gonna kill you. I thought, I thought Dad would have had to actually step in and save you.
Ah,
So as Amelia will say, I think people should try to have a little bit more faith.
Well, I'm not really a faithful kind of person. But that was a very amusing exchange. I was contemplating if I should talk with her or let her sort of get through her, emotions out. Do you think she can? Maybe it's just my weird paranoia.
Perhaps you can enlighten us up. First of all, name is Amelia.
Oriana.
Suppose people call me Lilith, but well, you are guests of honor here. Welcome, I suppose. Mother doesn't usually bring that many people around. Must be important.
I believe we stumbled onto a project of his and he decided to make the best of it.
Yes, he does love his special fucking projects.
Well, at the very least, I'm happy to meet you. We're still going to be fumbling about, so hopefully we don't cause too much trouble for you guys while we're here.
Well, I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Is that your daughter, by the way?
It is.
Lovely girl. Can't wait to teach her a few tricks. I always think Dad is very stringent with the lessons, but magic should be used for fun, not just for business.
I would like to roll detect grunt.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure there's no malice in that one.
Oh, there's no malice, but certainly it's another thing.
Yeah. Parry roll.
Oh, that's your mind reading. Yeah, oh, I saw.
Jeez, yeah.
Listen,
Mm.
there's no malice, but there's certainly a hint of. Well, it would be funny if I just taught her how to blow people up, kind of. You detect a bit of Blackwell energy in her, a bit of Mr. Knight energy in her. Less, but less malicious, definitely. More mischievous.
I would appreciate no destructive things, at least until she's a bit older. And, well, I still have to make sure she can listen to when I say she can. No, at the very least.
Ooh, you've selected a very bad teacher then.
I
That
can already
is
feel that.
notoriously for not being able to say no.
I hopefully will have a talk with her about that.
Good luck. Although personally, if you convince him to say no, I might just have to kill you before you do that because that's literally my super weapon.
What's your super weapon?
Guilt tripping him.
I understand.
Emotional manipulation. If you take that away from us, it's just not nice, I don't come into your house and ruin things.
I understand. Every child's best weapon against their parents is the emotional manipulation. So I'll have to deal with that with my own time. Hopefully I can ask him to hold off on some more of the alarming abilities. Hopefully.
Fine. I think it has gotten better over the years. Well, put up at least a bit of a fight when people demand things of him.
Well, that's good to know. Are you the only? Are there other people here then? Other children or guests here?
She kind of like sighs and says, "No, no. Unfortunately, right now I'm the only one. Although others might show up soon. This place will be quite lively."
Oh, that's good. I was going a bit worried there, but that's good to hear.
Although, like I said, he usually has a very predictable priority list, and I'm at the bottom.
I'm
Sorry to hear that.
Get
agreed.
used to it. So, playing with Time Lords is definitely a new one. Surprised when I saw that. But I'm not sure, should I even call her like a sister? But whoever she is, she seems like she has a good grasp of the situation.
At the very least, she seems to want to ensure Larik's happiness. So
Oh
I
no, I
think,
don't care about that. I don't care about that. I mean like keeping him under control.
Can you? What?
I mean, you have to someone like him, surely she must have a tight leash around him. Hard to control them otherwise. Why are you both looking at me weird?
I'm aware if you know something I don't, I'll be honest. I think the relationship is still fairly new.
Well, that's even more reason to hang tight to it. It's short.
At the very least, it seems she is very protective of him.
I would be too.
And we don't know much about Kali other than, well, it all sounds like she's trying her best, I presume. Have you known each other long? Or is
No, we haven't actually spoken at all. I arrived like less days ago.
does she know about you at all?
No. So I said, listen, I'm giving that time to listen. Feels like she should spend time with her boyfriend and family. Listen, have all the time in the world. God, I forget though. You're not okay. Like me, days are like minutes for you. It's like just walked in the door. I'm not gonna just rush everyone, right?
I can understand that. It's time is a strange concept, I guess, for someone who has an infinite number of them.
Yes. I may not look it, but I'm quite old.
Well, you don't look a day over 25.
Thank you.
If you're okay with it, we can chat and sit and have plan to go and relax a bit if you're all right with having company.
I suppose I can have a couple of plans to execute on Earth, but stopping by here quite frequently.
Oh, don't be a stranger.
Suppose world domination can wait a bit. Smile and turn around. Start walking away.
Emilio? She kind of looks at her brother.
Yes.
This is a very strange family, I think. And I know it's obvious, but I feel like I have to say it every time.
I believe I'm noticing a trend. our host and children
Hmm.
and abandonment.
Yeah. Talking with Dracula enough, it seems the emotional department and all that comes with it is a bit out of his depth.
Yes, I think it's a good thing we talked to Callie. I think he's a smart man, well, a genius, far smarter than I am, but I think taking an academic approach to things that logic doesn't govern is not the best success odds.
Definitely agree. It's easy to forget that people need more than just the basics. They need tender love and care. I should really thank you for my childhood, Emilio.
Don't owe me any thanks. It was I did what I had to do.
I know. You never took the easy path. Well,
Oh. I feel like we already informed Dracula that she did not try to kill us.
yes, and I need to hopefully convince him not to teach my daughter, I don't know, destructive powers beyond my comprehension.
Well, I don't think it's him that's going to teach her that. I think it's his daughter that's going to teach her that.
That's another thing to worry about. Well, I'll hopefully try to convince them, and hopefully they'll listen.
Amelia will just smile and nod.
Listen, you can go ahead and talk to him. Listen, fine. Explain this man what empathy.
Dracula, please. We have books for this.
Well, listen, listen. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
I've read those books. They seem like gibberish.
Dracula, this is not how experimentation works. You need outside perspective.
Dracula, I see. You have a problem many geniuses have. The world's more than just a logical equation. That's a logical place, especially the people.
But yeah, no, I guess you'll reunite with Ramira. Put her up to speed to what you've managed to achieve.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we're in a good spot, I think.
I'll leave navigating that emotional minefield to you.
Come on, don't worry about it. Ramiro, put your trust in me. Trust me, it's gonna work out fine.
I do trust you too. Just, yeah, if I stumble over that minefield.
Oh?
It's stopped. It's recovery. Actual recovery takes a long time.
Yeah. Well, it's a first step still. So.
Yeah, well, I still needed to go talk with Dracula. We met his daughter, Lilith, who seems to be nice.
She seemed like a fun person.
That's nice. Do you have a guest room or something?
Imagine she does. I imagine she has a much easier way of navigating this place than we do. Sounds of it, I think other of his children might show up.
So it'll be like, seems Earth will give you a lot more getting a lot more activity, I think.
Certainly, it seems it will be.
Enklave of evil woman. The children of Dracula.
Dracula, your children are taking advantage of you taking the Time Lord away to do evil schemes on Earth. He's gonna get back, and he's gonna buckle down and be more authoritarian. Dracula.
We'll say, I don't see a problem with that.
Again, his bar of
Dracula.
success is in fucking hell. The Time Lords are basically demon kings. And honestly, a dictator warlord, that sounds great. A success.
Like, that's just a couple of vampires, man. We already have the fish people building Atlantis. This is nothing.
They're like criminals. They're like
We're already
luckily-
lost this. That's already a lost back.
Now, luckily, Dracula, I have foreseen the Blood Moon game, and I know you're right. Well, the scheme will amount to nothing, except, well, it might amount to another Fishman situation, but I doubt that. So honestly, you're probably right. Sucks to be everyone in Mormansk, Russia, though. Sucks to be those guys.
Yeah, listen. You can. If you want, if you want to like find Dracula, you'll find him. Study as see like this sort of fucking bolt of flame as Amalia just kind of shoots it out of her hands, like claps and is very happy about it, and they
Looks at look.
What do you say, Zaz, to cut you off for me?
I stand corrected.
Well, here goes nothing.
Dracula.
Dracula.
Didn't hear any commotion. It seems that your conversation went well.
It did, at the very least. She seems skittish and protective, but she was, well, willing to have a conversation and more afterwards as well. We can hopefully get a chance to visit again, and she seemed fine with that.
I'm happy for you then. Like your plan is succeeding.
At the very least, gives you a chance to make sure they're both okay. And we got a chance to chat with your daughter, Lilith.
Like frowns. She's here?
Yes, she said she basically just showed up and seemed nice enough.
You did mention your other children perhaps might be showing up as well.
Amalia kind of looks up and says, I met the nice ladies.
What?
No?
Yes, I
Made new friends?
Yes, I he played with me a bit days ago. They said not to tell anyone, so I didn't tell anyone.
Amalia.
Molly, listen, it's should always people ask you to not reveal something, then usually it's a good thing, but you should always tell your mother when you meet new people.
I'm no snitch.
First, gotta call that in. Amalia, at the very least, well, I don't know if you would appreciate if I kept secrets from you.
Well, You know, how do you think she would call? I think she's gonna call both of you moms, because otherwise, like,
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah, but mom says that snitches get stitches, so no.
Okay. At the very least, Dracula, it seems your children are coming by to say hello, or maybe say hello to my daughter, apparently.
Timetables seem to have changed. I expected it. Been here for quite some time. It's only a matter of it's only a matter of time until they check in I was doing.
Do you...
How many children do you have, Dracula? If you don't mind me asking.
I have 3 daughters, but they have endeavored to, let's call it, adopt or co-opt into our family others. They use the word sister quite loosely, or brother in certain other cases.
It seems silly to ask, but do you have... How's your relation with each other? Do you like each other to a certain degree, or is this one of those situations where they're not to be trusted and all that?
I believe they are resentful of me and choices. I bear no grudge towards them.
Have you talked with them? You know?
Every now and then.
Remark that she is used to being at the bottom of your priorities.
There's only so much time I can coddle children.
I think it's more of a wanting to spend time with each other and make sure to show that you care than coddling. Family is family, and usually it's about being there for each other.
If they ever needed something, I was always with each. That's why they
But-
have free access to the Black Castle.
Yes. I mean, and if they wanted something from you less material, more ephemeral, more emotional,
You can ask.
have they asked?
Not recently, no.
And when they asked when they asked before, what was the answer?
Don't exactly remember specifics, but must understand that
I
there's only so much time in my schedule.
understand that. I can guarantee you they likely remember what the answer was. That's likely why they did never asked again.
Oh, it's just like, don't need to be sad. I feel like kind of like grabs his like hand, like sort of like closes his eyes and a short sigh. Does the conversation have a point?
Well, I was planning to continue talking with Lilith and wanted to make sure that was okay with you, as well as the fact that I wanted to talk to you about Amalia's training regiment.
Your guess. Do as you wish around the castle. As for her training regiment, what seems to be the problem?
Well, I do have some concerns of how much destructive power my daughter's learning at one point. I do eventually have to take her home, so I want to make sure she doesn't, I don't know, blow up half a city.
Nothing so extreme. Some ability to defend herself is all she has.
And the fire and the is also a part of that as well. Shooting flames.
Small gust of flames is nothing. Is that too much for Earth?
You seem to forget how fragile regular people could be. Understandable, but
Admittedly, with some of the stuff I've heard, it's soon enough that might not be the most eye-raising thing.
Turn to him like, those keep the flames to a minimum and use poison instead. She'll nod. Much more subtle. Less cause to draw attention.
Out of character, I'll say it again. Amalia, Cassandra, and Amelia are gonna kill so many podcasters.
The problem is
lost
they'll
it.
keep
Too late
popping
now.
up too fast because Simon sadly always used to pay like $200 for the camera. Another 200,000 ready to go.
They breed them in a factory.
Well, I prefer subtlety if I can at least skip that. Ah,
Sorry, what did you say?
she prefers that instead of destructive power, being more subtle. She's not gonna win this one. Me and her both know
He
she's
looks a
gonna
bit
win this one.
confused, but like nods, says, I will do my best to accommodate your concerns.
That's all I can ask for. Now, if it's not too much,
Oh, go ahead.
if it's not too much trouble, I would like to spend time with my daughter before she completely forgets about me.
Of course. Excuse me. Need to remind my own daughter manners.
As he leaves, Amelia will say, one last thing, Dracula. I'd like to... Your daughter said something that made me think that to her, days are like minutes, the concept of time. Do have to ask, how much has time slipped you by while you were focused on other projects?
Kind of like stops and my daughters are only 70 years younger than myself. Time for all of us has lost much of its meaning.
Amelia will just finish by... Amelia will just say, oh, we do have to give it meaning. And it sounds like they, well, one point and maybe still do, wanted to find meaning with you.
I think that our family is a cohesive one. It's not. One of their so-called sisters is the one responsible for many deaths and countless tragedies on Earth. Others for countless deaths and tragedies across the multiverse. There are beings that, once they are identified by certain groups and organizations, they are hunted down. There are coalitions spanning timelines forming against them. They are not children. They are not teenagers finding their own way in life. They are creatures who can destroy and ravage worlds. And if they do so because they find it amusing, then they need more than just a stern talking down.
How many worlds have you destroyed?
I've not. Everything I've ever done was the goal of improving things, not destroying them.
Does that matter to the dead?
It's not my fault that people cannot govern themselves. I may hand the world uplifting technology, create a century of peace and prosperity, only for a millennia of misery to follow. As humans will die in fighting each other, as despots rise and try to claim scraps of power. I may try to subtly intervene, provide small bits and pieces of advantages of miracle cube, inspiring leaders, guide humanity through a dark time. What do? They become complacent. The moment I stop feeding them breadcrumbs, stop working, they die out. You blame those deaths on me? Supposedly you can.
Not everything is equally your fault. But there are some projects you created which
I then locked away and made sure that they couldn't harm their people. Not my fault that people then go to the weapon and unleash it onto their own world.
Mia will ask, I'm going to actually ask, you view some of your projects like children, don't you? Not children in the sense that they're young and innocent, but sentiment for them.
Not gonna respond, but I mean, I don't think you need to roll to see through this mask.
Mia will just say, Amelia will just say, Do not misconstrue what I say to you, Dracula. I do not judge. I acknowledge I might not be correct, might be wrong, but I don't think I am. I think you clearly hold your daughters, sons perhaps, as well, in some esteem. Even if they fail, you can't bring yourself to get rid of them, even if that would be the safest, even if that would be logical. Lock them away, and do you hope that they would have gotten better? Hope that one day you could have gone to the prison and see them reformed?
The alternative is I have to lock them away. Let them destroy planets. Lock them away.
I'm aware. But were you hoping?
Yes.
And then I'll leave this, Dracula. You're a busy man. I won't take up much more of your time. Others might look at you for that, look at what your children have done and judge you for it. Some of them might have a right to. But I don't think hoping people could be better is something to be shameful of.
Oh, not before like turning around and taking it. As Amalia, I'll be like, so I can't do cool spells anymore?
And within reason, Amalia.
Don't do it around your mother.
Oh my god, Emilio.
She like just smiles and nods.
It's a big castle.
I'm already losing control of my power as a parent, I see.
I'm her uncle. This is my job.
Ah. She kind of just shakes her head with a bit of a exaggerated laugh. Just don't hurt yourself.
Well, no, I never have.
Yeah, well, life can get complicated really easily, Amalia.
Doesn't every parent lose control of their children eventually?
Yeah, she's already started at 1 year old. Gone. Time to move on to the next one, as Dracula would do.
Because he's very sad.
I think so too.
Yeah, he's definitely lost someone in the past.
Mila will nod and so it does seem to be a constant with I don't think Alaric's nearly that old, but it does seem to be a constant with beings who have all the time in the world. They lock their issues far in the past. They hope the span of time will make them disappear. It doesn't work that way.
With him, and I don't think he believes in. He's capable of himself of maybe talking to people.
So, recovery takes time. And it takes people who are willing to push you when you'd rather be somewhere comfortable.
Like, sort of like loose ends. I think I understand. Ed pushes mom a lot.
He
Do we
does?
know that they're like officially together?
No.
Yeah.
No, listen, they're like spending time every
Good
now and then.
roommates.
But Ed's been
Good
like very
friends.
focused on like researching shit.
That's true.
Yeah. Listen, I remember say, right, Amalia. And unfortunately, I think with him, I think there was nobody to push him. And if there was, I think he would just teleport away.
Well, just
He didn't.
find someone to push him then.
Mila will say, I think the issue is finding somebody who can stay with him. I can't imagine he'll stay here forever. He'll go somewhere else in the multiverse, and well, we'll be going back home.
Kind of like nods.
But in the meantime, we're here. Hopefully we can be a little bit of help, right?
Like smiles and nods. As you see her start floating.
Ah, that's gonna be a
Aw.
problem.
That's nothing. Yes, nothing. I think that's gonna be cool. So let's look how smart she is at 5. I think.
Starts doing fucking air tumbleweeds.
You see, Dracula sees a waste of time. I see a good dexterity and hand-eye coordination.
I think this is what we call the spirit to learn.
Unfortunately, she's like, I want to learn this. Like, oh, fine, I guess.
The eyes, they always work on me. My weakness, your baby eyes. I hate them. Here of the key.
He's looking at you like, one day you're gonna turn 14. I'm gonna stop caring.
But until then, here's the key to the nuclear silo.
Unfortunately, didn't kill Tiamat. Like, fucking cosmic, like, multiversal threat. He's like, I'm just gonna, like, if anyone tries to kill you, I'll kill them instead. But, like,
It's what Amelia said. Like, I don't judge you. Now, there are people out there. A lot of people judge you. Some of them have the right to. Some of them absolutely have the right to judge you.
At the same conversation.
No, Emilio believes that at his core, hoping that the people you love can get better. That isn't something to be ashamed of.
Listen, ignoring that, I think him helping through his issues might help.
Those thousands of dead, you have the right to judge him.
Listen, the past is the past. You got to move forward. Even if they
Fortunately, I'm very worried if we arrest him and kill him, someone like Blackwall will come and take the castle.
And this guy again ain't the worst in the multiverse. He ain't the worst.
I'm really worried what Time Lord will get to repossess the castle.
So the multiversal UN is in fact just the Axis.
but yeah, listen. Listen. You're not gonna see other. Listen, unfortunately, only Lilith is gonna be around every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, whatever that his other daughters, they're not gonna be here. Apparently, they do stuff on Earth. So
Merman Scrusha.
listen, can't take over the world. You like spend time near the moon. Have to plot and scheme.
Listen, admit it. Emilio took the world planning bit as a joke, because like they have to know there's a Time Lord in there, and like if he goes back to Earth and doesn't like what you've done, it's all that you can do. So I can only assume that's a joke.
Well, yeah, but I can still like. Just because I'm gonna lose against the chess master doesn't mean I can't still like have fun playing chess, man.
I can just leave. I'm smart.
I'm not gonna like piss him off. We're gonna have rules of engagement. It's gonna be fine.
I wonder, Jackie, I wonder where your kids got this mentality from.
Dracula would be like, listen, man, this is not the first world. They've like fucking. God, you should see Homeworld. Not looking good.
It's fine, we
Yeah, I
have-
wonder where they got this mentality from. I think this is learned behavior. I don't think they were naturally psychopaths.
Yeah, listen, Lilith's gonna be around every now. I suppose Kali and Alaric you're gonna have family dinner together.
Yeah, Ruby will
She's
eventually
gonna-
sort herself after she'll answer if she can.
Yeah, listen, it'll be awkward for the first couple of times, but at the very least they'll open up to you three. And are you gonna involve Catalina and Ed in this? Because Ed's gonna fucking have a mental breakdown.
Do they want to be?
That's my question. Are you
Rem-
gonna tell them about this? So I see.
Ramira will say no. Ignorance is bliss sometimes. We can tell them later.
Yeah, I don't think Catalina and Ed need to be informed of this. I'll leave that up to Oriana, though, at the end of the day. It's her friend.
Listen, Catalina is having fun, relaxing. This is already enough stress in her life. I feel guilty enough for bringing her here. You know what? Now keep her in the dark a bit. I'll tell her
I was gonna
afterwards.
say, listen, Catalina and Ed can like further develop whatever weird relationship they're having.
Have sex in peace, without no worries.
As long as she's happy, for the love of God, please let her be happy.
But yeah, no. It's gonna be awkward, and I'm gonna need people here to give me the tech roll. An
Oh,
extreme
you-
difficulty.
Mm.
Now here's where I spend my spot. Kidding. You know what? Maybe I'll be
Oh,
chosen.
damn.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
Lost to me. I'm
One, two, three,
juggling
four,
too
five,
much.
6. Let's see. I'll give you my 4 dice.
Maybe I'll do a reroll. Let's see it.
Hey, listen,
It's a-
it's a
it's a-
crit.
I'm fucking guys.
1, 6, I guess.
Do I go?
Listen,
You know You know the answer.
I'm the voice of bitch and say keep the critical. That's my vote.
Ah!
Well, damn. So, Ramira, you're like the only one who notices this. No, Alaric is weirdly calm about all of this. It's just an off-putting sensation. He's weirdly calm about a lot of things that maybe should have alarmed him a bit more.
I will ask no one at the table. At most, I will ask Dracula, but that's it. And very away from Kali's prying ear.
Yes, I mean, listen. You only notice this after a couple of dinner tables. Yeah, I can bring this up to Dracula, and he'll say, "I believe she is mentally controlling him." Why?
Wide-eyed stare. Wide-eyed stare. All right. Of course, naturally, I think this will stay between the two of us. But can you elaborate on the mental control? How are we talking? Is he mind controlled or?
I wouldn't call it that. He is susceptible to, I suppose, some of her desires, wishes. I would say he is easily influenced by her. Why?
I suppose that's a bit. It's not good, but it's a bit better.
He looks a bit confused at you. Like, I don't see the issue.
It's just where I'm from, we value consent, and I'm not sure being under the influence of mental manipulation is very consensual.
Kind of like Satan says, you're a Time Lord. Ability to stop, control the flow of time. ability to see things that haven't happened yet. Do you think easily attempt at mind control even work? Unless the Time Lord wishes it will work.
Actually, I remember Subnock. I did actually realize, how did she ambush him that way? I thought they have like that. If he explained to me that he has like foreshadowing. You basically
Yes.
see Fred. Sadly, there's. Sorry, so Shaker. Sadly, I don't think there's another dimension of therapist that. Sadly, Ramirez is not an intellectual. And she was still, I think it's even if he entered it voluntarily, I think this is still. It makes it slightly better, but healthy I wouldn't count it.
It allowed him to maintain a composed state, allowed him to stay here and listen to her instead of running away or panicking. Once
So
their bond is solidified enough to remove that itself. I have full confidence.
I suppose I have to have. I suppose I have to have faith in that because I don't have anything else in that regard.
He'll nod.
Still kind of irks me the wrong way, even if it is voluntarily. And again, that's everything. I'll be.
You must understand that if there's one thing I value above anything else, it's free will. I am not saying this is a desirable situation permanently. It is a necessary condition right now.
But she will actually ask her, but what if she... I know you're fairly confident in the upbringing you gave her, but what if she decides not to, or what if he what if he does react poorly after he gets removed there? Do you have any plan B in that regard?
Suppose there's a few ways to approach that conversation.
I think that's a problem for the future, I guess. Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
I have full confidence in her, both of them. Seems you are also assisting with her socialization.
I mean, that's true. I mean, well, since my siblings most of the work, but listen, we're gonna all try our best in that. Just your track record with emotional upbringing of, not the greatest. That's why I had.
He'll stare at you like, not say anything. It says, "You're done criticizing."
I am done. Sorry, I didn't mean just disrespectful. Just I was kind of worried again. Just being told that someone you consider your friend is mind controlled is just kind of. I've gotten used to a lot of crazy shit, but it still doesn't feel good, and especially knowing how to keep that fact secret.
Sacrifices are demanded of.
I suppose they are. Sorry if I came off as combative. I guess she'll just take a leaf then unless he says anything.
Sorry, I have to defend all this fucking slander.
Both in and out
I
of game.
personally want to give my godlike weapon sentience.
Well, because I saw the AIs and I don't like they're stagnant. I can't like do a lot of things. They need to have creativity, so they like become better over time.
I do, but you don't seemingly have an answer to the fact that the AI that your super weapons are born as children and imprint on you.
Well, unfortunately, that is a design flaw I've like figured out over time. I don't know.
Dracula.
Man says I don't have that much time. Man, you're immortal. Just all the time. You have until the heat death of the multiverse. What the fuck are you talking about?
Lesson here.
Yeah.
We're
By
like,
definition, all the time.
yeah, but like, is Alark gonna wait? I think the Nexus timeline waits for us. No, it doesn't. It moves on, and more fuckery is gonna happen.
Before, I feel like you did some of this stuff before you this.
I'm not sure then what you're referring to. You don't have enough because he doesn't have enough time for like this particular thing.
No, it's in relation to when I brought up. I think your children complain about not being at the bottom of your priority list. And he was like, well, he said like I don't have. There's not enough time.
You think these super weapons build themselves?
Making more.
I feel like you could perfect a few super weapons instead of building a whole bunch of
Quality over quantity.
Well, this is quality over quantity, but it still takes a lot of time. I think Tiamat fucking came out in a year. Holy shit!
Dracula. I think you managed to assimilate the worst of both doctrines.
Nah, this works wonderful.
Are any of them actually fighting the AIs?
That's not their purpose.
The fuck was the purpose then?
Listen, go talk to them, find out. Multiple layers to this.
Layers to my children. Man just wanted a family, I hope. I know that's not the truth, but damn.
Fine, once you learn the true purpose, you will understand.
Even that Lucifer grind set.
Oh god, listen. Some aspects, I suppose, they share that in common. But yeah, no. Listen, I'm not sure if Ramira wants to talk with her siblings about this, but yeah.
Nope. Ignorance. Listen, Drake, you say knowledge is power, but I think ignorance is bliss. I think both statements apply at different
He
times.
is confident Kali's gonna overcome her like insecurities and remove that thing on her own.
Listen, and we're gonna help them. Yeah, listen, and I think the family's helping. Listen, but yeah, there's no need to tell the family about this. Nope.
I have sunk the Nexus universe.
Well, yeah. Listen, time would go by, so unless there's anything else you want to do.
Not really. I can think of keeping an eye on things mostly. Also Dracula too. I don't know how much you allowed, but I think Orion was wrong that this guy needs to have more bonds, for the love of God.
I'm not sure how you want to tackle that problem.
Mostly
Dracula,
just
get
ask.
hobbies, make friends. What?
Listen, she's gonna try to hang out with him every once in a while, with the whole thing of watching my daughter at the very least. So, as long as he's cool with it, I presume I don't really want him to get mad at me.
Gonna be very annoyed. Yeah, are you gonna like? You're supervising me.
I'm not supervising. She's bringing tea and cookies at the very least to talk
No,
with
this
him for a
isn't
little bit.
Kathy. She says you are supervising me.
Oh, uh, I don't think there's really much in the way of supervising when I can't really stop you. So I don't think that's
Man.
the same thing.
I respect your desires as a parent, and I won't do anything you don't want, but this is supervising me.
Oh, that's appreciative.
You are
Uh,
putting me in an impossible position between choosing what you wish with compared to what your daughter wishes.
That was not what I was trying to do. I was trying to chat with you on a personal level, at the very least. Get to know you. Hang out, as they say. Do you know how to do that? Hang out?
Not much to know about me.
Well, you've lived a very long time. You presumably know the beginning and ending of most things. I think it'll be an interesting conversation at the very least. How about a compromise, then, if this seems to be such a bother for you? We can do a little bit of chatting without it involving Amalia's training. So that way you don't feel like you have to lurk about by your training process. Will that make things easier?
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for your consideration. Maybe after her training we can do, I don't want to take up too much of your time, 20 minutes or so of just chatting and talking, and maybe you can help me understand what you're teaching her, so at least to a certain degree, so I'm not completely caught unaware when I take her back home.
He'll nod.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, listen. He is not the best conversationalist. Like, you'll have to kind of just ask a lot of questions, but... Well,
Yeah, she would.
what you're understanding, he is just teaching your daughter how to, a lot of magic.
Mm.
Using some of her own life force that will sort of get recovered as her regenerative ability kicks in. Pretty aware she can probably kill a person easily, like a normal person. In like
Yeah.
3 different ways.
God, please, she needs to make sure she can teach her daughter the value of human life.
Well, she's able to, like, at the very least defend herself in a lot of situations. It seems to be his big priority. He has taught her how to defend herself from mental attacks, from like physical threats. Taught her how to kill someone and take them down quite easily. He will bring this up always very casually. Not sure if there's
Well,
any particular curiosities you have about his past.
one, I guess the one thing she wants, because I know what you just mentioned, but she does want to ask, like, seems like why did he make all these children of his, basically, is the question she has for him.
I don't think we are ready to open that can of worms.
Very well. I won't push then.
At least, let's
think-
just say that Tell me, you look at existence. What do you see?
People? Messy people, at the very least. People trying their best.
I see misery, despair. I see spots of hope, happiness, glimmers of light. Otherwise, pitch black darkness. I am trying to find a permanent solution.
Very big ask, really. People don't really go the way you want, no matter how much you try.
It took me a while to realize that. I started out trying to control things. Then I started trying to let things be. Then I tried machines, I tried organics, I tried magic, I tried science. I went each step of this process meticulously. I've realized that the truth is always somewhere in between. But yeah, I've yet to find the answer to the question I am.
And you've just been doing this alone, by yourself?
Bring more people. Too dangerous to jeopardize our efforts regardless.
I don't know. Maybe it's my upbringing. You know, no one man is an island and all that. How are you going to grow and learn if you just only have yourself? At least for people, the way we evolve is the fact that we get to talk to each other, learn more about each other, see people who've walked different steps than we have, and collaborate.
Seen much less collaboration from humans and much more war, destruction, and misery.
That's true.
For every
Done some good
person
things.
for every person who talks to each other, there's 10 more who will kill each other.
Yeah, true. We've done a lot of bad, done a lot of good too, at the very least. Certainly small things that we all love and care about. Makes people human. Makes people try. And we make mistakes. Because no one is infallible. At least that's what my
True.
mom used to say. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really have a correct answer. That's gonna make this, make my argument sound really great, but I don't know. Maybe every once in a while I should take a stroll outside and smell the roses. Remember what life's all about and what's worth fighting for, and maybe that'll be a good little reminder.
Remind me of
Maybe. There has to be some good times too. Memories that are precious and important, that still bring you joy, still make you smile.
interesting with memories. Remember my early parts of life quite well. Remember recent events quite well. Everything in the middle, quite the blur.
I can understand that. I'm not sure if it's due to maybe because you lived such a long time or something sad happened. I know when when my parents passed, I don't really remember the first few months afterwards. I know I lived it. I know my brother and my sister were there, but I don't remember much else. But even with all that, the tragedy of it all, and the life I've lived wasn't always a happy one. There's still so many good things in it that I wouldn't want to trade for anything. So many people I've met, people I care about. Catalina, my brother taking care of me, seeing my sister causing so much trouble around the block. Even though it's scary, the life we had. I still wouldn't trade it for anything. Even when my brother, Even when my brother made some choices that, well, at the time I don't think I would have forgiven him for. But I did. I don't know how much you've gone through, and I don't want to downplay your pain. But I think you should allow yourself to be happy. I think it's good to be happy.
No. It is not. As you'll actually turn around and leave.
Is Amalia with her, I assume?
Would you have had this discussion with your daughter there? Ooh.
No, I
Oh.
presume not. I just want to make
Yeah,
sure
no,
I
no,
did
no.
that she wasn't. Yeah. She kind of like sighs, but she gets up. Presume he's out of her sight, so she can't really follow him or anything.
Kind of like walk out, you'll see Lilith sort of leaning against the wall. Says, yeah, good luck with that though.
Thank you, I guess. At the very least,
I've been seeing you people around here keep trying this therapy shit. You're very
I don't know if
persistent.
it's called. I don't know if it's called therapy. At the very least, when you see someone get sad, we try to help them. Or at least my family does. I don't think I'd be a good therapist.
No, you've been here for like almost 2 years now. Don't fuck it. Call up your siblings. Let's have a family dinner.
Oh,
I suppose you three and me. Not ready to meet my other siblings.
well, yes, I think that'd be grand. Yeah, of course.
Make sure your daughter is being babysat. Not a child-friendly conversation.
Okay, I'll let them know.
So, yeah, you'll all gather around the table later in the evening as Lilith will plop down in the chair. So, I can see you are definitely invested in this whole become better people shit. And, well, you know what? Sorry, go ahead, Zaz.
Sorry, just me. I would just say yes. I think we all.
Well, you know what? Hasn't been a while since anyone tried to, get Dad out of depression. I gave up like fucking 2 millennia ago. God, it's been so fucking long. You know what? It's always fun to see different people try this. Oh, what's your exact goal here? Like, what are you trying to achieve?
I don't. Gonna be honest. If there is a goal, it's pretty simple. I just think the guy should be happier. I think your family should be allowed to be happier. You
Oh
seem
boy,
to.
don't tell him that. Don't ever actually tell him that. Holy shit, he's gonna lose his shit.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, since you're here, you want to go down this path. You know, I'm more than willing to share like family drama, but I have to warn you that once you know this, your lives, well, everything you thought you were in danger of, like multiply by like a factor of I can't even say because the numbers just stop making sense after a while. It's gonna be really fucking bad.
And are you trying to tell us to like? Is it just what's your angle on this one right here?
I'm just warning you, like, once you step like your foot into the pond, you're gonna like fall into it completely. There's no Oh no, now that I learned the truth, I'm gonna kind of take a step back kind of shit.
Yeah, she turns to look at Emilio with a bit of a raised eyebrow.
The others.
Can you repeat that, Saz?
No, I can't speak for the others.
At the very least, I kind of owe the guy a lot here, so I think it's worth trying.
The worst thing is we will give up like you, and best case scenario we'll succeed then.
No. Worst case scenario is you'll fucking die in a miserable fucking way. You and you're all the people you care about. Okay. Well, warned you. Your debts will not be on me. So, where do you want me to start?
I guess the beginning?
Well, make a long story a bit shorter. Dad was like a war survivor. Basically, it's contracted vampirism, and I don't know, just scraped by for a while. Was very young, his 30s. God, met mom, and you know they had a little sweet little love thing for a while, and you know, she thought she actually was the first one to magic. I think like 2 decades after that, my big sister was born, and well, eventually, shortly after, I was born as well. Apparently, my birth was a rather difficult one, but you know, for happy family. You know, we built this place, you know, mostly together. I couldn't fly back then, but like teleport and shit. Kept mostly to ourselves, didn't really interact too much with the human world. Um, kind of messy, I'll be honest. That back in the day when people still kind of swung swords at each other, and not like the like big guns with like large barrels. Hygiene also wasn't that good back then either. Anyways, you know, again, we're happy. Genuinely, actually happy. Fuck, just kind of like sort of takes like a sip of like a wine glass, almost a bit like drowning a bit in nostalgia. We'll continue. Then this guy showed up. One of them Time Lords. Fucking. I saw him liquefy my mother in front of me while I could only watch. All of us did. I can still remember her screams. After that, just fucking left. And I think it wasn't just Dad, all of us were miserable. I think Dad just never fully recovered. Both of us, when me and my sisters became full-fledged vampires. And, well, we decided that at the time we were focused on survival, making sure, trying to figure out to learn more about, well, at the time we didn't know jack and shit, right? So we learned more, we planned more, we schemed more, took over Earth, built this, well, Dad's whole plan of gathering resources so he could begin research, figure it out. Took us a while to even learn what the fuck Time Lords were. But, that's how this whole shit started. I think eventually, some point down the line, I can't remember how long, Dad learned that, well, as far as the rest of the multiverse is concerned, there's no way to kill these fuckers. There's no way to protect yourself from them either. If one of them fucking notices you, they can't just decide to end you right there and there. I think that's when he started to just mentally fall apart. Became more distant, more obsessed, stopped talking to us, and eventually just up and left. My older sister stepped in. There was an entire planet take over. I never gave a shit about the fucking politics and governance, so she stepped in. I'm not gonna talk much about that because, well, she enjoyed having power. It was mostly to stave off her own boredom. I eventually left too. Tried to help out Dad, but he just lost himself. Became more and more distant, and after a while, I just kind of like stuck around, Try to talk to his, he called them special projects. These beings, just imagine you pop into existence and fucking clueless, right? Fucking lost. Try to help them out, talk with them. But yeah, sometimes it worked for the better. Sometimes, as I'm probably sure you heard with Tiamat, it always was a bit of well, things personally. Try telling her that it's not her fault. That's just, it's never gonna be like happy with you. He's never gonna be loving with you, but she just couldn't fucking handle it. Lost her shit. Other people took it better. Other two people took it worse. Tiamat is in the kind of like the really, really bad category. So God, I feel kind of silly questions.
Did you ever find that Time Lord?
I don't know. Not really. Probably out there somewhere. I don't think Dad would even let us do that. Back out, lock me in a cage somewhere. Oh, thank you.
She kind of just nods.
Yeah, I don't think him smelling the roses is gonna snap him out of this.
And the Ramiro does have a question. So is his whole plan of creating the perfect being is something that can eventually be Time Lords?
Honestly,
What
I think so. But
because
like,
the thing is, okay.
oh god,
In that case, what do you think is the plan of Alaric? Because I'm not an expert on Time Lord warfare, but I imagine either that is a thing that will lead to destruction of the universe itself, or it was just a tug of war that'll be won by no one.
I don't know. You think Dad shares his plans with me? You would be wrong.
Yeah, I kind of figured that, but still, it's just
I can only speculate. And answer would be, yeah, I think. I'm not sure. I probably never like after realizing they're more or less unkillable. Never like brought up killing them. So I'm figuring up probably like trying to find other contingencies plans, way to lock them up, remove them from the equation somehow. There's other means of dealing with people than just killing them. So no, I don't fucking know. But yeah, I definitely think Alaric is the next piece. It's a plan.
I'm not too sure what else to say.
Well, you know what? I'll let you think on this. Simmer a bit. Kind of awkward now. Feel like I trauma dumped you. Like chuckles. Gonna go on Earth and like, fuck, I don't know, burn down a building or something. Like gets up. If you want, we can chat more when I come back. Gonna get up and like walk away. You know what? On that,